The common answer to losing weight is always about operating in a calorie deficit, aka eating less calories than you're burning. But can you actually lose weight without changing your diet at all? When you look online to find out how you can lose weight without changing your diet, it comes up with results like eating more slowly, drinking more water, using smaller plates, not eating in front of the TV. But are these really going to help you actually lose weight? Well, if you're not changing your diet, then the simple answer is no, it's not going to help you. So, how can you lose weight without changing your diet at all? Let's talk about it. Every single day, your body is burning a certain amount of calories. So let's give this fictitious person a name. We'll call him Jim. Jim's 5'9", 160 pounds, and burns about 2,400 calories a day. Jim's unhappy with his body, but is very happy with his diet. He exercises occasionally, but it's not part of his lifestyle, and he doesn't really want to change much other than losing some weight. So how can Jim achieve this? Most influencers would say that Jim burns 2,400 calories, so if he ate 1,900 calories a day, a 500 calorie deficit, he could lose a pound a week. These are all rough numbers, but roughly 3,500 calories equals 1 pound of fat. So in theory, if you're eating 3,500 calories less than you're burning every single week, you could potentially lose 1 pound of fat every single week. But like we said earlier, Jim's happy with everything in his life and doesn't want to change his diet. So how can we achieve this otherwise? So in this scenario, Jim is eating 2,400 calories a day, burning 2,400 calories, so he's not gaining or losing weight. So the only way for him to lose weight is to increase his expenditure. So what exactly does that mean? That means that Jim needs to burn more calories every single day than he's eating. So you might be thinking, oh, Jim's going to do a bunch of cardio and burn that extra 400 calories. Well, there's a more simple way to look at it. If you don't want to go to the gym and burn a bunch of extra calories and you don't want to change your diet, there are still daily changes that you can make in order to force your body in a calorie deficit. So by burning more calories and eating the same diet that you were eating previously, you're in turn going to lose weight. So how can Jim achieve this? Well, I would recommend that Jim increases his step count every day. For every 1,000 steps that Jim takes, he burns about 40 calories. Even though Jim is 160 pounds, those of us that are a little bit heavier than Jim will burn even more calories per step. In order for Jim to lose 1 pound of fat, he'd approximately have to take 87,500 extra steps a week that he doesn't normally take in order to lose that 1 pound. I know 87,500 steps sounds scary, and it kind of is. That means that he'd have to take an extra 12,500 steps every single day. 12,500 steps is approximately 5.5 miles. And while 5.5 miles extra every single day is achievable for some people, it's not achievable for everybody. It's definitely easier if you break it down, if you go and take a morning walk, an afternoon walk, a late evening walk, and you get up and stand and walk around throughout your day, you can easily achieve some extra steps, but will you actually be able to achieve 12,500 extra steps every single day? Well, if you're stuck at a desk for 8 hours a day, it's going to make it a whole lot more difficult. So the steps sound daunting, so what else can we do to lose this weight? Well, I found out online that you can burn approximately 11 calories an hour by chewing gum. The only problem with this is that even sugar-free sticks of gum are usually about 5 calories. So over the course of the hour, you're really only burning 6 calories. And aside from eating your meals, if you chewed gum all day long, you'd still end up burning less than 100 calories. So if those calories added to your expenditure and you didn't eat any differently and everything stayed exactly the same in your diet, it would take you over a month to lose a pound, and I'm sure that your jaw would be killing you after the first day. Like I said in the beginning of this video, it is achievable to lose weight without going on a diet, but it does make things a whole lot more difficult. So let's talk about some alternates to this idea that you don't want to change your diet, but you do want to lose weight. What are some things that you can actually do that are going to truly be impactful and help you shave off some of those extra pounds? If you're watching this video, then chances are you don't want to do calorie tracking and weighing out your food every time you get up and have a snack or have a meal, and you have to weigh out every single ingredient in order to know how many calories something is. But there are still steps that you can take in order to operate in a calorie deficit that's not going to have a big impact on your diet. If you can handle it, cutting out empty calories can have a drastic impact on your caloric intake for the day. If you're somebody that typically has a juice in the morning and a couple sodas throughout the day, those are several hundred calories that you could cut out, and could potentially lead you to a 400 to a 500 calorie deficit every single day without changing too many things. All you would have to do is substitute them with sugar-free options, Coke Zero instead of regular Coke, things of that nature that would have a much bigger impact than you might realize. Without diving into the actual calories that you're taking in, all the sugar and stuff like that, just cutting out 140 calories with 1 can of Coke can make a big impact on your body composition overall. So not only are you going to start losing weight, but you're going to look leaner and look healthier by cutting those calories out. If you're not willing to cut the empty calories, let's talk about some other substitutes that you might be willing to use. One staple in my diet is plain Greek yogurt. I use this as a substitute for sour cream, especially when it's mixed into recipes. I can't tell a difference, and the longer that you use substitutes, they become your new norm, and it just becomes a part of your regular diet, and these things can help you operate in a calorie deficit. Some things aren't the same as the original, like PB2 versus regular peanut butter. There is a massive taste difference, but like I said, if it's mixed into a recipe, if you're baking something with it, this is a great way to use those substitute and cut out a huge amount of calories. Even a simple change like going from regular cheese to reduced fat cheese can cut a bunch of calories out of your diet. There's a ton of examples like this, and you can go through your kitchen and find things that are super high in calories that offer a lower calorie option that doesn't make it feel like you are actually changing your diet. You're still eating very similar things, but they're a little bit more healthy for you. They're less calorie intake on your body, which in turn is going to help you lose weight overall. If you're able to combine these things together, adding some extra steps in a day, maybe chewing some gum if you feel like it, and cutting out some extra calories through your diet without changing things up too much, you can still see a drastic change in your physique overall. It's going to help you start losing weight, you're going to be more confident, and it's going to push you to continue doing this for the betterment of yourself, getting healthier, feeling better, and overall it's going to lead to more happiness in life. I can almost guarantee it.